Hey guys, it's Emmanuel Manning, another video. Hope you guys are doing well. So let's look at the roots of the Green Goblin, aka Norman Osborn. So we gotta start with the family history. So Alton Osborn, Norman Osborn's great-grandfather, established the family wealth, brought prestige to the Osborn name, but he would be labeled the robber baron by many of his enemies. It seems he established the wealth through unethical means. We have Amberson Osborn, Norman Osborn's father, industrialist, inventor. He would squander and lose all the wealth, supposedly on an invention that he said was stolen. So the family become very poor. He become a chronic drunk, and he would brutalize his family. So he physically assaulted his son, young Norman Osborn, and then his wife. Especially his wife, she would be defending a young Norman Osborn from Amberson Osborn's abuse. It would seem that he was apologetic in the comics, but we would see he continued to brutalize his family. So he also would emotionally abuse a young Norman Osborn, so he made him feel weak as a burden to the family as they were becoming poor. And young Norman Osborn actually kills the family dog, and he says, good, one less mouth to feed. We can see that this mansion incident is also very important in understanding Norman Osborn. So Amberson Osborn, trying to make his son more tougher, man up a little bit, he takes him to an old Osborn estate mansion in the middle of a stormy night. And he basically just locks him there. He has to stay there overnight, and he'll pick him up in the morning. We're going to see that Norman Osborn is very terrified all night. He's going to see the light from the lightning, and he thinks that there's a goblin waiting there. The light hits the room, and then the goblin is going to be there, that creature laughing and going to devour him. So he's going to say, quote, and I began to hate the light. By the time morning came, I had fully accepted my fate. The goblin was a part of me. So we're going to see, despite this rough childhood, that Norman Osborn later is going to meet the love of his life, Emily Osborn, and he's going to find a lot of purpose with her. He's going to say he had big plans with her, but unfortunately, she would pass away. So Norman Osborn says, she was taken from me before Harry turned 1 year old, Harry being his son. Gaining an heir cost me the finest woman I have ever known. It wasn't a fair trade. Then on the left-hand side, we can see what he says. The only friend I ever had in my whole life was my wife, Emily. We were childhood sweethearts, So we're going to see later on, Norman Osborn's going to take a vow, and he's going to be obsessed with power. So he's going to say, you know what? My father lost all the wealth. I'm going to reclaim it. Okay? So I'm going to establish the wealth that he lost, and I'm going to bring prestige to the Osborn name again. We're going to see as he becomes obsessed with power, he's basically going to be ignoring his son. He's going to be a provider to Harry Osborn, his son. Make sure he has a healthy lifestyle, financially support him. And he has glimpses of being a good father to his son. But he's mostly going to neglect his son, who he most of the time sees as weak and not as strong as he is. We're going to see that he's also going to become a kind of a robber baron himself. So he's going to have his colleague, Mendelstrom, arrested for embezzlement, and he's basically going to take fully over Oscorp. So one of the things that Osborn steals when Strom is arrested is his goblin serum and many of his other inventions in pursuit of more power. We're going to see as he's testing out the goblin serum, which he sees as a source of power, well, he's going to have a big laboratory accident, and he's never going to be the same. So we can see in the right hand panel, it says his mind did not, meaning his mind did never recover from the accident. We're going to see that later on, he's going to become the Green Goblin. So he's basically going to be driven insane, and he's going to try to pursue more power in the criminal underworld as the Green Goblin, destroying Spider-Man being the key to gaining all this power. All right, so some final thoughts, observations. So a few things. So young Norman Osborn had some severe trauma as a young man from his father, and then his early adulthood trauma when he lost his wife. The goblin concept did not happen after the goblin serum laboratory accident, so this concept was with him at an early age. We can also see that young Norman Osborn, he felt powerless many times in his life as a young man, and he was powerless to stop the death of his wife. So perhaps all this power that he seeks later on is compensating for not having all this power as a young man, and then his father squandering all the wealth, having to establish that Osborn name again. And then this darkness, it was with him at an early age and kind of continued later on when he betrayed Strom, and then he was kind of being unethical as a businessman. And I think also that Goblin serum accident, I think it kind of did shatter his mind. So he did have these dark impulses, but I think the Goblin serum kind of pushed him over the edge, shattered his mind. We're going to see he suffers amnesia, and then he's going to be completely driven insane as the Green Goblin. All right, guys. Thank you. So let me know what you guys thought. Any comments, any questions, anything I missed. And as always, guys, I thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care, guys.